Welcome to BeerDisciples. I'm Ross Quintana, and today we're going to be having a Samuel Adams Octoberfest 2011. Okay, so pretty excited about this one. It's notched here to be drank and enjoyed before January. I think we're well within the time. I picked up their Harvest Pack, and you know, I've had some of the ones in there, and this year it's been pretty impressive. I mean, Sam Adams usually for me, because I drink darker, you know, imperial stouts and all this and that, usually they do a great job on variety, but to me, I'd like to see more ingredients in the beer, so they tend to be too small. Even though I enjoy what they're doing, I just would like it to be, you know, like everything from them imperial, I think would be great. That being said, the stuff that I've had out of this this fall pack, they really stepped their game up this year, and I've had a lot of beers, so I figured it'd get worse with time, and this fall pack's really good. We've got some other things we're going to be reviewing up here that are in that pack that really turned out pretty good, so I'm excited about reviewing this Oktoberfest. It says basically, giving you what they have, Oktoberfest is brewed with 5 varieties of malted barley for a deep amber color and a bigger, richer flavor. It's everything we look forward to in the fall, and so I hope it is. RateBeer has this as a 75 for overall and a 93 for the style, and Beer Advocate has it as a B. So let's crack into it and see what we got in here. The style, the Oktoberfest style, traditionally was the last beers set for lagering in March. That was the last time before they had refrigeration, so they were put away and basically held up through till fall. So I mean, obviously things have changed now, but that gives you a little bit of history of why these come out in the fall. And you know, it's great. Usually, you know, when fall time comes, we want a little bit bigger beers. You know, I like malty beers, so Oktoberfest usually goes right down the road for me. Now, what I found is that for me, I prefer the hops, you know, in an Oktoberfest for me, more of the fruity hops or floral hops. And I've seen, you know, there's all kinds of hops that people use in their Oktoberfest. This one uses the Tettnang and the Tettnager and the Hallertau, so pretty good combination there. Let's give it a pour and see how she looks. So really clear, getting a good, it's got a pretty nice color there, beautiful amber notes in there, kind of a copper with some amber hues, and the head's pretty soapy, you know, fingerwhipped head. Looks pretty good. On appearance, I'm going to give that a 3.5, not too bad. Let's check the nose. Okay, that smells pretty good. Smells malty. I'm getting a little bit of caramel malt, some of the yeast strain. Getting kind of a fruity, some fruity notes and stuff. You know, IBUs on this is only 15, so you're not going to probably get hit with a whole bunch of hop profile on that. Let's nose, I'm going to go about a, for me it's probably about a 3. Let's hit the taste. That's pretty solid. Nice and malty. It's got a little bit more malt backbone than they usually have. Even on their malty stuff, you know, I think brewers in general don't put enough malt in there because I think that it just forces them to use more hops to create their flavor profile. But this is pretty solid work. taste-wise, I'm getting kind of a light silky body. You're definitely getting the malts coming through. A little bit of caramel malt, a little bit of pale malt. Pretty much kind of a blend between the pale and the caramel with more pale. And, you know, the carbonation, normally these guys are fairly well carbonated. I usually prefer just slightly a little less carbonated than they do. It washes the palate and gives good mouthfeel on smaller beer, but I'd prefer just a little more ingredients, a little less carbonation. It's funny, in their caps, it says London Gold 2005 award winner, so bam. Seems like every one of their beers won an award somewhere, but sometimes I always joke about it because some of the, not all the beers, I don't think all the beers are great that they put out, and so some of them I'm wondering who else was competing in those competitions. I really wasn't a fan of their summer ale this year. Way too light. It was like lemon water for me. But this is a pretty solid outing. I mean, very drinkable. Taste. I'm going to go 3.5 on taste. Mouthfeel, probably a 3. Overall thoughts on this. Pretty solid for an Oktoberfest. Very drinkable. Nice and smooth. Good malt. Getting those bready notes. Very malty. And I think they chose some pretty good hops for this. I'd like to see maybe a Challenger hop or even a Cascade hop in this. Might have been nice. But overall, I'm going to say probably a solid. I'm going to give it a solid B. I think this is a nice Oktoberfest. It's on the little lighter side. I had a 1-year aged Kaiser from Avery the other day, which definitely was a bigger beer, though it was also imperial. But this is pretty solid for, pretty good color overall. This is solid work. I give it a B. My numbers for the overall, probably about an 82, and for the style, I would probably say maybe an 85. I'm not going to be as generous as a 93 on this, but pretty solid beer. I'm going to say check it out if you get a chance. We're kind of getting into, we're going to be doing a little Oktoberfest kick. It's not a style I've dug into a lot, and as you know, we move from style to style and check all the best ones and kind of start to develop that palate and those guidelines and figuring out where the standards are and who really excels in this. So Oktoberfests are going to be one that we're going to be examining, and so join the conversation. Hit the subscribe button below. Check out our videos. I try to upload about not one every day, but pretty close to that, reviews, to try and get through a lot of beers so that people have a good idea of what you're looking at before you go to the store. You can join us on Facebook /BeerDisciples, and you can email us at thebeerdisciples@gmail.com, and leave comments. Let us know what you think. If you got a beer suggestion, give it to us. We will either review it or send us beer mail. Or if you want to be a guest on the show, you're in Eastern Washington, then hit us up on the email. We'd love to have you as a guest. So overall, I'm going to say this is a pretty decent outing for them. Very drinkable, not too heavy, light notes of caramel. I'll say check it out. Definitely check out their fall pack. I think it's been the better ones of the variety packs I've had so far. So till next time, I'm going to say cheers.